Hello there. I'm Andrea Nordling, founder of the Profitable Nutritionist, where we help holistic nutritionists and health coaches put more profit in their pockets and more freedom in their life without relying on social media specifically. So if that is your jam, get to theprofitablenutritionist.com, go click around, get on our email list so we can send you all of the free resources that we have to help you do just that in your business. We would love to support you. So one of my favorite things is recording Ask Me Anything videos. People send in their questions and I get to answer them like this on video. So here's a really fun question. What was your husband's reaction to you going all in on your business? This is a fun one. This is fun. If I had to sum it up, I would say his reaction was very skeptical. I am married to a mechanical engineer. He is very formulaic, and that's the nicest way I could say it. He's very black and white thinking, very all or nothing, very this or that. There's not a lot of room in the middle for gray. It's either black or it's white, and that is how his brain works, which I can appreciate after 16 years of marriage. So he was very skeptical of me going all in on my business, and he had good reason to be skeptical, by the way. So condensed version is when he met me, I was a real estate agent, but I was getting my broker's license with the intention of starting my own real estate brokerage, which I did shortly after we got married. And so he only knows me as an entrepreneur. And I mean, I only know myself as an entrepreneur. As soon as I graduated college, I started selling real estate. So he knows this is me. This is the me that he has always known, is somebody that like has a hustle of some sort. A side hustle, 5 side hustles at certain times. I mean, who knows, but that's what he knows of me. And I've always done that. So ever since I stopped selling real estate full time, when we took an out-of-state move for his business and I closed my real estate company, got very sick, ended up on bed rest with our second pregnancy and before my son was born, and I didn't start my real estate business back up again. Ever since that happened, he has wanted me to get back into selling real estate because that was very lucrative. It was like something I really excelled at. He knows I like doing it. And so he's always just been kind of waiting for me to get back into real estate, which didn't happen. Hasn't happened and will not happen at this point. But anyway, when I said I was going to make my nutrition business my full-time thing in 2015, and this would have been 3 years after closing up shop on my real estate brokerage, which he's thinking like anytime now she's going to get back into real estate, I'm sure of it. And I said, no, I am going to take everything I've learned about holistic nutrition. I was a newly minted nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm like, I am going to take all of this, everything I've learned, and I'm going to make an online business, and it's going to be amazing. And just you wait. Work from anywhere in the world. Like, this is going to be so good. He's like, oh my gosh, I've heard this before. Because like I said, I always had a side hustle, like all the network marketing businesses, all of the things. That's me. I'm always like, ooh, this. Okay. So when I said I was going to make my nutrition business a huge success, he kind of rolled his eyes. And then I did have success doing that. To be honest, I did have a lot of success actually, but he never really saw the fruits of that because everything that I was making in my business was getting reinvested in the business into more certifications, more courses, more software tools, like all of these different things that I could see was like, this is me growing, this is the business growing, but he didn't see that. So he's still skeptical for years. That started in 2015 into 2016 when I got certified. And so from 2016 to 2020, let's say, I think that's a pretty good range. He didn't see a lot of fruits of my labors. He saw me working all of the time. He saw me super excited about what I was doing. He saw me trying a lot of stuff, falling on my face a lot, getting back up, like, okay, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this now. And I'm sure it was exhausting for him to watch me because I was putting so much time and effort and energy and excitement and passion into something he was like, oh my gosh, when is she going to go sell houses again? Because that's tried and true, I'm sure is what he was thinking. So in early 2020, I wanted to get another certification as a life coach. I wanted to go to the life coach school for a 6-month program to get certified as a life coach. And it was $18,000. And I was like, I am going to do this. This is really going to help me. I'm going to be able to coach my clients on their business mindset so much more effectively. I'm going to have much better tools for coaching my clients. This is going to be so good. This was the path. I was going to do it. And like I said, it was $18,000. And he said, Andrea, just no, he's like, I believe in you and I never say no to anything. And that's not really how our marriage is like asking permission. But he was like, could I just respectfully say, please don't, please don't spend $18,000, so much money. And I was like, no, really, I'm going to put together a proposal. And so he laughed at me and he was like, a proposal, this should be interesting. So I put together a keynote presentation, like PowerPoint, but I have an Apple. So it was a keynote presentation with my whole proposal on how this was going to work. And it was 6 payments of $3,000 a month. So I was like, this is how I'm going to generate more than $3,000, like the $3,000 more in my business to be able to pay for this every month. It's not going to come out of our personal finances, but if I did have to take a loan from our personal finances, this is how I'd pay back. Like I had various contingencies. And then ultimately I said, at the end of the certification, if I have not made the $18,000 back, and it had to come out of our personal finances, I will take a full-time coaching job. There was a coaching job that I could get for $60,000 a year full-time. I said, I will take that job and pay everything back and more. And I will stop growing my business and I will like contribute to our family for a while. And so that was my proposal. And now my internal thoughts are like, there's no way I'm going to go work for somebody else. I will figure this out. Like, there's no way I would do that. But if it happened, I mean, I would have been willing to do it, but I just knew that I wouldn't have to. And so he's like, okay, all right, I'm on board. Like, didn't know you knew how to make a keynote presentation. So go team. You've already impressed me more than I thought was going to happen. And so I did that certification and made a lot more money as a result. And my business really took off from there. So then he saw the fruits of it, because then I started consistently paying into our personal finances every month and bringing money home and prioritizing that. Again, I've learned a lot over the course of my business about how to do that and what to do and what not to do. And I think prioritizing profit in your business early on, very important. I did not do that in the beginning. So no wonder he was a little bit skeptical. And I kind of paint him in a negative light. He's not negative at all. He's very, very supportive of me. Honestly, he's always been supportive of me, even when he didn't understand what I was doing, even when he thought that I was making some terrible choices, and maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, who knows. He's been skeptical of the paths that I have chosen. But he's very, very supportive of me as a human and of our family and all of that. And, that's kind of the yin and the yang, because I know myself, I have a very high risk tolerance. I am willing to take chances that a lot of people wouldn't be willing to take. He has a very low risk tolerance. He would like the safe, tried and true path. And so like we do see things differently, and we don't always have the same action steps, the same path that we want to take to get to the same result. Neither's right or wrong, but I have really come to realize how unfamiliar it is for him to see the path that I've taken and to see the risk that I've taken. And like, whereas he is skeptical sometimes, I don't think that it's a lack of belief in me. I don't think it's ever been a lack of belief in me, and I don't take it personally. It's him trying to keep our family safe and secure and being the devil's advocate and like punching holes in some of my ideas sometimes. And I think that he takes his job very seriously to like keep me in check, and vice versa. I take my role to get him out of his comfort zone pretty seriously too. So anyway, that his reaction to me going all in my business was and always has been support with some caveats and some healthy skepticism as well. And I think that that's okay, but that's the honest truth.